choose the Samsung. So and that works. We hear ourselves. That's good. All right.
So amazing. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live coding with Mahtab and
Max. Hey.
Hey.
So
Yo.
the camera is down there. Hey Hamish.
Hey
nice to see
Hamish,
you.
nice to see you around. How are you doing today?
I want to quickly make the.
So after my first attempt that was not successful, we could create a new stream and now I think everything should work fine. Hamish, could you please give us some, I'm nice, and what about you? Yeah, perfect. So I wanted some feedback that everything is working. Yeah, we are also fine.
Yeah.
Today is a rainy day.
Oh yeah.
Not a
that's
nice
true.
weather, but not matter, we want to code, so everything is perfect.
All right. So what have we done the last time, Mahtab? Tell us.
It's a good question. I think we came so far that we worked on the add recipe screen, and you create our nice background. Let me open it in our emulator. When we click on the add button, we have the nice screen, background
the
screen
title bar, I remember. Yep,
with the container and everything.
Okay, and now we have to improve the input fields, I think, right? So
I would say the same. So we had some text filled here, but it doesn't look like it's your design.
Okay, so let's fix that, or let's start with this.
I think it's a good start point. So let's see what we have in our code. I will just change it to our code, and here we go. Here is where we are. We have in our add screen. Let me close our screen here. We have so much screen. Just like that. Much better.
Okay, so this is also working.
And in the add recipe screen. Here we have a stack.
Wow.
What about voting for today?
we
Give us a topic. After that we can create some poll.
we have to identify something. If we are working together on the whole thing, then suddenly we find some stuff, I think.
Here we go. I think I have, this is our form. This is the text form field.
It's interesting how we see the code 1 week later and how
Yeah.
everything is new again, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. So here we have the recipe name, and we should have also another text form field. Submit.
So what do you want to change? Just
The
focus
first
on
one,
a small one.
this is the text form field, the first
Okay.
one with the recipe name.
All right.
To be honest, I just looked for the other. We don't. Okay. This one is the drop down button form field.
Correct.
So this is not text form field. And now we have a decoration.
There is a question if you are my sister.
Oh, it's your sister. She resembles you. No, actually not. I'm his partner. We are both developers. Good question. I didn't know that you guys are interested to know more about our private lives. So, I bring back our Adobe XD. This is our design, what we have. And at the moment, I would like to change our text form field and do it something like our design, what we have. To do that, I think we have here input decoration. And let's see what other option we have here. We have a border.
Amish says we should wrap the text form field into a container. So what would that bring to us?
I think we can do it, but I know something from the text form field decoration. It should make it possible. What is that, the outline?
Ah, you mean the outline border?
Yeah.
I think there is a decoration. You are already in the decoration, and then it's a border. So you
Is
want,
it the border?
Yeah,
okay,
I think it's
a
border.
border, and here we have the outline border. Here we go.
Input border, yeah.
Outline input border.
Mm-hmm.
And here, I think we have many options for the borders, Hamish. So I think with this one, we can avoid to use or to wrap our widget in an extra container.
Yeah, but it would make sense to create an extra container if we had like a leading or a trailing, or if we maybe want to do more than just having the things.
Okay.
And I think the outline input border is a good option. We can try that without adding any input parameters and just take a look how the input will change with the outline input border.
Let's do that. We have here a border side and border radius. So for that, I will back to our design.
Hey everyone, nice to see you around.
Oh, this is the problem. I couldn't see the radius. Radius here.
Okay.
How is it?
I think you are too deep. Yeah, you have to.
Here we go.
Or no?
Yeah. So like that.
But why is it just a path? May I?
Yeah, we'll go for it.
I think if you double click it or something, no. But if we are selecting it, we see it as a path, which is a bit weird. We have a border, and we don't have any border radius. It's interesting. It seems not to be a block. It seems to be a real...
Okay. What do you think if I just give it 25 or something like that for now?
Yeah, just start with that, and when we improve that.
We can play around a little bit.
Sorry. Already.
Border radius. I will just see...
Wait, before you do that, can we just remove the border radius to see reflecting how the app is behaving without any additional parameters?
Yes, of course.
So if
do you
you
think
save,
does it have?
Yeah, exactly. It changed already. So you can see it's getting already like that shape around it.
Ah, yeah. Do you use mouse? If so, which one?
It's an MSI, one that I got in Taiwan, I think. So it is from the world travel.
It's the MSI mouse?
Yeah. It's my favorite one, but it has some problems. After a while, if you click once, it clicks twice, which is sometimes a bit annoying. Okay, but as you see now, we have already the border.
Yeah.
And we just have to make the background white, for example, and then we can also make the border radius and so on.
Yeah, perfect. So I think this is what we want actually, or?
Yeah.
So let's see border radius and border radius circular. I think this could help us, and something like, for example, the radius 25 or something. I don't know if it's enough.
How does that work?
Look at that. It's not
the size.
bad.
Yeah, that is the next step, that we get a real webcam or somewhere else. Well, or do you want to have it bigger on the screen?
But you really resemble one and others if you are in this.
True, that we could do. And what is the double infinity? Yeah, instead of using 50, we could use double infinity, because with that we make it infinity, so it is really round, so 100% round. Oh, but it doesn't work.
I think it's too round.
Could be. Okay, so 50 is fine, I think, for now.
I think 50 is fine. And what's the other problem that Abdul Qadir said? I can't read. It really resembles.
Thank you. So
increase font size of chat on screen.
There's a chat, right? I did stuff. Look at that. I didn't even see it. Is it here? Yeah, I think so. And I can make that bigger. So let's see. Do you see that on? I added that just for fun because just playing a bit around. Because here we go. Is this better?
You can see in the other one.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, true. I can. So, looks a bit better, I think. So you can work further.
Okay,
sorry.
Perfect.
It's all the stuff that I'm playing around at the moment, that whole live stream stuff.
Now we have the nice border that we wanted.
Yep.
And font color for username.
Okay, this I have to do somewhere else.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is the max. task today.
I'm on it.
We have, and the next step, I would like to change the background color.
And this is here.
And let's see if we have something like that. Oops. I'm in the border, sorry. We have here, no, or color something. Focus color, hover color.
Do you know the difference between these three? Fill color, focus color, and hover color?
I think hover color means when I hover it with mouse, for example.
Correct. So we'll only work on web and on desktop, right?
Yeah.
Hover is always working on
the
that.
Focus color, I think, gonna be when we click in the container and it's active.
Correct. So if we click here inside, we can see it's getting at the moment blue or bluish colorish.
Yeah.
So this is our focus color. And the last one?
And the other one was a fill color, probably. This is the right one for us.
Correct.
Perfect. So I'm going with this one and color, this one.
So, and you wanted to make votes and everything.
Okay, let's go away.
And this is that. And now I wanted to...
Let's see. Do I have enough F? Am I right with the F color max?
I'm sorry? Yes, you're right.
This is the
That's
right
pretty
one,
white. Oh, it didn't work.
It didn't work as I expected. Therefore, let's see, before I will change it completely, I will try with just white and see if this works. No, I'm not lucky enough. Color, focus color. Set all three. Yeah, I want to set the same and see which one gonna work. But the hover color, I think it's obvious.
Maybe it is not the fill color that is missing. Maybe we have to tell the widget that we have to fill it with a color. You know?
We should tell the widget that
maybe there
want...
is an attribute like is
Here,
filled or something. No, inside of the decoration most likely. But inside of the decoration maybe there is an attribute, something like is filled or needs to be filled or something like that.
We have here filled.
Yeah, and it's a boolean. So take that and try to make it on true.
Okay, let's see if like that, for example.
Ah, here we go. So sometimes it's the easiest problems.
So I would say I will stay with the filled color. And now we have our recipe name and the design. I miss the design all the time. If I make it completely, oh, much better. Okay, now.
Now, Amish wants to have padding.
Now
give him padding.
Give him padding. Perfect, I will do that. The only thing what I'm thinking about is we have here a form.
Oh, that's a bit big. Oh, sorry guys. Ah.
Oh. Yeah. Here I have the form and a container, a position and a stack.
So, and you want to have different usernames. Sorry,
Alright, I'm just looking for a padding. Yeah, I'm just looking for where should I add the padding. Should it be around my form? I would say yes, but I'm not sure. So I will just try it.
Can you try to give me some icons or something into the chat, just that we see how this works?
Here we have a container. So I will do that, guys. I'm not sure if the best idea or not, but it works. Why not? And let's see in our design. I think Max told me last time. Ah, perfect. If I just press the option button, I can see that we have something around 30 pixels on the right and left side. So I will increase our padding here to 30, and this looks much better.
Thank you, guys.
Amazing. So it worked. Should I change anything else? Yeah, for example, she can read Arabic names with beautiful voice. Done with joking. Thanks for being alive with us.
Hopefully we see us soon.
Yeah. So amazing. The next step that I want to do, if we have a look here in the in our text field, the recipe name is the label that we have.
Okay.
And this has somehow more space to the left side, but our label is somehow,
too much on the left.
Too much on the left.
Okay.
Thank you, Max.
No worries. Yeah, I think also that it just works with the basic emojis. I'm still trying a bit around here because I have a lot of clickable icons, like enable better TTV icons and emojis and so on. So maybe now it works already better. So just try it.
Okay, and here I have a content padding. I don't know what this one for, but I will edge insets.
Can you jump into the content padding before you just add something? Then we can read the documentation first. I think that always helps.
Right. You are right.
Hey Ashish.
The padding for the input decorations container. Goodness, here we go again. It doesn't help.
Just jump into it with Command B. I think you are easier with that. And then scroll a bit up. And then you have...
So the padding for the input decorations container. The decorations container is the area which is filled if filled is true. Okay, this is the case actually.
Okay.
Or filled is true. It's the area... Okay, this is the area where we have our helper text, counter text, and error text.
Okay.
But the text which we have is our label text. So.
But I think it's still right, or?
Is it?
I'm not sure, but the decoration container is the area which is filled with fills. So if we bring back our emulator, that would be everything that is white, right?
Yeah.
So, and now you want to add a padding to it. So the padding is inside, right? So if we say something like padding left, you would move everything to the left. So it could work.
Yeah, you might hide that from our screen.
Yeah, that with the dock is a bit problematic, to be honest, Amish. The problem is that if we remove the dock, then we automatically have to record just the different screens. And what for us is at the moment much easier is to just say, you see everything for now. Then we can work easier together. I think maybe in the future will change, but at the moment it's just easier. Because if we switch to Adobe XD, for example, then we need to take the other screen again, which is then a bit problematic. And did it work? Ooh, yeah, it seems good.
No, do you know what happened actually? If I just remove it, have a look here.
Yeah.
My container is much bigger.
That's true.
And if I change it, probably we have a default padding somewhere. And when I change it, I change the default padding.
Correct.
Is it the case?
Yep, that is exactly the case.
The question is, can I hear some... Okay, I wanted to see, here we go. I think the height of our container is 57.
Okay.
So around 60. And now how can I figure out how much is the height of this container?
Okay, no.
Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, the height of the container.
The height of container in our design is 60.
Yes.
Around. And now I would like to figure out how much is the height of our container in this case. We have here a border radius circular 50. Which is here the circle here. Could
you work with the Flutter outline maybe?
Do you think this one will help us?
It could be. It sounds like a topic for that. It's again not there.
I don't know why. This is so annoying.
Sometimes it's working.
Sometimes it's working.
But you can use the inspector too. So can you try to select that with the target cross? And with that we should have now the possibility to see how much padding and so on it has. I'll just give it a second. I think it just works. Or you could also search it on the right side in the widget tree. But here it looks like there is still the sliver active. So maybe we have to reload the whole application or something.
This is Android. And we can probably rerun it.
Okay, and if you now navigate further,
And here it doesn't
yeah,
change.
it seems not to update. Yeah, true. So it stays with the old one. That's interesting.
What
And
is
if you-
this one? Show paintless menu.
Yeah, that wouldn't help
And
you.
if I try to select it? Ah, no.
Ah, now it works. Okay, cool.
Okay, and now probably...
Oops.
No, sorry. I want just to see if it's
Okay, so
something
we have
happened
down there the custom paint.
here. Come here.
Oh, you can also select it in the Dart file and then press on its inspect. I didn't know that.
Dart file. Ah, okay.
Okay, so we have
So-
that custom painter, and it has a render object. Parent of offset
this-
and the size exactly. So
This
it
is
is
the size,
Yep.
350.
So the height most likely is 48.
Yeah. So, which means that is actually smaller than what we have.
Okay.
So the question is if it's necessary to increase our container or not.
For now, I think it's fine.
Is it?
More problematic is more the. Or let's talk with the chat about it. Or
Let's create a vote. Oh,
should that be a vote? I'm not sure.
no? Okay.
The question is now: can we live with that? If this is the case, like it is at the moment. What I personally don't like is that the label up here is getting
Yeah.
cut off. That is somehow catastrophic. I don't know if but I think Amish solution is maybe a better option, that we
What's
say we
that?
have a container surrounding the text form field for that.
Yeah?
Or what we else could have is that we maybe find a solution where we can increase the border surrounding the border, the margin in that case. Yeah.
Okay, that was not the...
No, but what it helped was that the label is
Yeah,
now pushed to the
it's
right.
better.
That's
It
something
looks
already.
just better.
So now can you maybe add also a padding on the top? So maybe the label is coming down.
I can also go with all
Mm-hmm.
and go with 20, for example.
Okay, there will be a vote now. I just have to find the option.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's
What's going on? Okay, no, it doesn't work like that.
Is there also a content margin, or is there also only a content padding?
It's a good question. Let me just... I will do it like that. Oops. So metric. It's gonna be the horizontal.
Or widgets, chat box. No, vote. We wanted to have a vote. Where's
For
the
example,
vote?
for 20. Okay, go with this one.
Poll.
No, we said 40. This is not better. And what we wanted to figure out if we have padding and
Margin.
No, unfortunately. Input border error.
Okay, I create in the meantime the vote. Outline
Okay.
border. What is it?
Container
Outline
sounds
border.
nice. Yeah. And yeah. No. I think this is a better idea.
Yeah, I think so too. But in the meantime, I anyway start the poll just to see if everyone thinks the same here, and because I like the possibility.
Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Okay, here we go.
Now you can be more involved, guys. So
Oh, I
What
made a
I'm-
mistake. I read outline, so no.
outline border box is
Yeah.
right.
But the
Oh,
command is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
outline.
Okay. So meanwhile, I will remove. I think the border is fine. No, I should after that change everything. The field color, this one. So
I can't change it
this
anymore.
one,
Okay.
This one. The field doesn't help me, and this one. And what I'm going to do is I will wrap it with a container
Mm-hmm.
and go with the
Sometimes it's a bit buggy, then just go underneath of it. So if you write it underneath the child, yeah, just work
better.
here, then it works. Sometimes it's a bit weird, but it works like that.
Okay, here I will have a box decoration. I will go with the color
Mm-hmm.
const.
Can we create a constant in our constant file for the white color? Because it seems that we use it more often.
This is the only place that I use white.
most likely we'll use it also down in drop down or so.
Yeah.
We will have white more often. So I think it's a common color that we can add to the constant file. Okay.
Yeah. I will bring it to the end, and after I will
Sounds good. Yep.
extract it. So this is this one, and here we have a border radius. I don't want to make any.
I can try to bring the
border
microphone a bit
radius.
closer to us.
So. What's going on?
Oh, it's just because of the sound of the fan.
Okay.
Okay, we have some problems with the keyboard. Okay, are we still online? Yeah, looks good. That's a problem with the dongles of the Mac. So after we move a bit around, everything turns to a ticking bomb, I think.
Okay, border radius. I forget it always.
It's the whole thing. So you have in the border radius, you have the border.
The radius
yes.
circular, and here I went for 25, I think.
Okay.
Was it the previous one?
Yep, that looks good.
Okay.
But as you can see now, the lines for the text form field is getting outside of the box. So we have to decrease the size of that. So probably with a padding, I think. Not sure.
Yeah, we had here the padding option. No, not here.
No.
Somewhere else.
I think in the text form field, probably. No, what I'm telling, maybe in the container itself.
Container. Our problem is the line here, and this is part of the text form field.
Correct, yeah. And that's so true. I have so many dongles, and we have so many sent back, and everything. It was a horror.
Here we go. It looks much better. Content padding, and we have already a padding, Max.
Do we have? Yeah.
We have a padding.
Okay.
But the line, I think probably we can. Maybe we can disable it somehow, or the line.
There's a possibility to disable the border, but I don't think that we can disable the line.
No? Enabled and disabled, I think it's the whole field.
Helper style, helper text, hint. But why would it help us? We want to have the line just inside of our container, right? So the container should...
We don't have here any line.
Oh, that's true.
This is why I thought this can help.
So let's see how we can remove that.
The other thing is actually...
Oh, and I made a mistake with the border on foreground work in card class. Never heard.
How border on?
We can change that, Ashish. That is something that we make wrong requirements, that it works for the developers, but that shouldn't work like that. So we want to fix that. The problem with the poll result is that I made a mistake by voting options. So you needed to vote with exclamation mark vote, exclamation mark outline. So you see there are still some problems in all the cases.
So,
okay.
Nevertheless, I'll try to work here.
Yes. Sorry.
Everything's fine. Max. Everything's fine. Just I wanted to see if I can disable it. It didn't help.
Okay.
Not like that. I want to see. Okay, here we have some step. Text editing controller. No. Do you know, guys, how I can disable this line? Disable this line here. It would be great. Text align, no, this is not text.
So according to what I see here, they removed all the borders from the input decoration, like the border itself, the focused border, the enabled border, and so on and so forth. I found there.
We have here from the text form field, right?
I added you a link to the Stack Overflow, and if you open it up.
And I will bring it down. Oops. I think I brought too much. This one?
Yes.
So.
So as you can see, the answer that we found here is remove all the different input borders would be one option. Yes. Or what I also see is down here, where you can just say input decoration collapsed, which could be also possible.
Yeah.
But you have to check that. I don't know. It's just an assumption from me now.
Input decoration. Give me a moment. What is decoration? Input decoration collapse. Okay. And if we are going with this one, collapsed.
But it has some required parameters when I saw that correctly. And you have to remove them that you have already added.
Decoration, input decoration, collapse, and hint text.
But be careful, right? That is not the answer that is selected, so it could be wrong.
Yeah, we can just try it. So I will remove this one.
Correct.
And here we have a hint text, and this is gonna be our recipe here and here.
Okay, so if we use this, right, so it's getting okay. But now we have more possibilities here.
And now what I can do is actually to give a height and a width here. Height gonna be 60, I said, or 50, I don't know. And the width gonna be.
Don't you want to keep the width?
Which one is it? Yeah.
100% with the padding.
Okay.
So, but now we have to. The hint text needs to get some styling, I think, like centered and all that stuff.
Or what we can do is add some padding in the container.
We could add some padding. Yeah, but still, but you. Yes, we can do that
or
too.
I can bring this one in the center.
No. Oh, okay, yes.
You are creating Premiere for this.
Yeah, that's true. Velocity X. We will take a look. Maybe I may create a video for that separately where we can talk about that, because I think it's a package. It makes more sense to introduce somewhere.
Okay, but I have the feeling this is not the best idea.
Which one?
What I'm thinking
to center
it. To center it somehow not the best one. The padding with the.
What do we want to achieve?
I will bring the recipe name in the middle.
So
no, not completely in the middle, but somehow here. From the vertical side in the middle, and from the horizontal just 22 left or something.
But the problem is we don't want to, if we click inside of it, we want to have that everything is a text field. And as you can see right now, the text field is just that top part, so the top left part.
Oh, okay.
So
that means the text form field doesn't fill the whole container.
At least I think so. It could be that.
No, I think it makes sense. But this is not what we want.
Correct, because if we click down there, then it doesn't work anymore. So you have to theme it inside of the text form field, I assume.
Okay. And how should I do that?
Is it possible to have a themed style? For example, call a class that centers all text elements without having to recursively input align text center, etc. I think for that option, you would create a constant AT33 or Arvin was the name, I think.
I think Arvin was it, yeah.
So, and what you also can do, says Hamish at the moment, you can also use the align parameter of the container.
The text form field in an align widget.
No, the container itself has an align parameter.
Okay.
Or alignment.
Yeah, it has an alignment.
And then you can say something like center.
Alignment dot center.
Here we go. And now you can use the padding to push it to the left or to the right.
No, I need just the only one from the left side, and I need, for example, 20 or something.
Looks perfect.
Looks perfect. Nevertheless, we have still the problem that the text form field is inside the container and doesn't fill our container completely.
Okay.
I don't know is the problem or not, because in this case we can't use any label text or something like that.
That's
or
true.
We didn't use it at least.
I think a label is a label possible with that input decoration collapsed?
It's a good question.
No.
Do we have here anything else?
A question from Amish: does a text form field has height and width? And I think it does.
It doesn't.
I think it doesn't have per se. So if you, it should actually take the container space.
Okay. I don't know what. No.
No, but as we can see, if we, what I meant with, sorry, if I may I shortly.
Yeah.
So if I click here on the, let's have selected something else at the moment. May I?
Mm-hmm.
So. And if I click now down here inside of the padding space, we don't get any selection of the field, right? Also on the back part, here it works. So at the moment, it is a very small part that is on the whole width.
Yeah.
So the question is, can we change that or can't we? I don't know, to be honest. As it is at the moment, I think it's fine. It is nothing that I wouldn't expect like that. So I would keep it like that.
We can keep it, but to be honest, the other solution was somehow, I think, more.
Which other solution?
To
with the outline
text
border
form field, yeah.
Okay, just because the label is there then, or?
No, I thought it has more properties and more possibilities for the text form field, such as the label and the other stuff. But no, yeah.
I'm not sure, Ashish. You can try that, but I think Amish was blocked multiple times, but it shouldn't be anymore. But yeah, never know.
Something like that, and stay. Yeah.
Again about longs. What is a long?
I tried to send a Stack Overflow answer. Is the link, are our links blocked?
They should be not blocked. I don't know.
Could you please, Ashish, to send it again?
But if you tried, did you get a message at least? Or was it just not possible? At least it is not blocked regarding to Steam Labs. Maybe it is blocked by
I did
YouTube.
3 times. The
Whoa,
poor
whoa.
guy.
Alright, so I try to fix that. Give me a second.
So, okay. What do you think, guys? Should we stay with this answer, the container and the text form field, or should I change anything? In the meanwhile, I'm going to have a look here in the category field that we have. Ham sent also once.
Standard.
It's a shame if it doesn't work. It's completely removed from chat after sending it. Okay, Max is trying to fix this problem.
Sorry, I'm on it.
And okay, so guys, Max is trying to fix this problem, but let me know just in the comments if you are happy with this answer. I mean the container and the text form field inside that, or if we should change it again to the text form field just. And in the meanwhile, I would like to try to improve our category form field. Okay, what we have here is a consumer the drop down button form field. This is a long word.
No. Not that something else happens that I don't know from YouTube and you get blocked or something from our channel, then I would be very sad.
Okay, here we have and the last one is the image. Okay. And here we go. I'm curious. Oh, we have also here a decoration, and which is, no, not like that. Was it? This gonna be for sure also a box decoration. No?
So many options, it's crazy. Sorry?
This is not a box decoration. Oh, Max.
Oh, no.
I need juice.
Perfect, on the way.
Plug mic into charge. Yes, this is what we are going to do now. I forget the charger to bring it. But, okay. I thought I have here an option for decoration, but I didn't know. Ah, this is a list. Why is the list here? Don't want to stop stream. No, why should we stop our stream? Okay, I think I'm doing just some messy stuff here.
What's wrong?
I don't know, it's something. Should we stop streaming? He's scared the stream stop if you don't get the charger. Ah, yeah. It could be happen actually. I hope it doesn't.
Sorry, wrong
Okay,
language. Can you put it on the other side?
Yes. So,
Cool.
guys,
All good.
everything is fine.
Perfect. In the meantime, I made some coffee.
Okay, and I tried to figure out why does this one not work. Everything is fine, guys. So here I have a drop down button from full input. Other than here, the decoration. So I'm a little bit confused, to be honest. We have normally a box decoration here. No, it's okay, perfect. Normally we have here a box decoration, such as this one. Oh, and now it's work. No, it doesn't. Good. Okay, guys. I think it doesn't work like that. What I need is something. See the type of decoration I saw, and this is a list of widgets. So I need a list, and inside of that we need box decoration, or what is this one? Thank you, Max.
So, we have juice, we are ready. The only problem that we don't have is
that
charge.
my box decoration doesn't work. It can be different as there is also input decoration. Okay.
So what do you try to do? What's the problem?
I try to Stack Overflow. Yeah, I think I should do that. Drop down button from first and go for this one. Decoration.
The interesting part, if you search how you can activate links on YouTube, you find a lot of people that asking, how can I block people from my chat on YouTube, which is not exactly what I want.
Okay. I will try to see here what's going on. Decoration, input decoration. Look at that. Okay, this is not what I tried. Nevertheless, I should read it to the end. We have here decoration, and this is an input decoration with border and so on. Okay. That was a little bit weird what I did. Input decoration.
What is grappa?
Like this. And here we go. What I want to do is, again, we need border. And this time I will go again with outline input border. And the border radius.
Is it a plugin for IntelliJ?
Border radius. What is this one?
It seems that
Circular.
Amish tells about grappa, which is most likely a plugin or something.
Okay. The interesting one, it's an exception. Okay. The interesting one is I have here a border radius circular 25 for 25. And here in our box decoration we have also the same here, but I fixed the height with 50.
Okay, but what is the...
This one, the height of our container is bigger than the...
But I think, is that not
here.
exactly the same problem like we had before? It's now very round, but...
Make 25 to 50, yeah.
But for the height problem, you will still have the problem that the drop-down button form field is too big, right?
Yeah. The question is again...
Do we want to wrap it again with a
wrap
container?
it again with a container. I think it's a workaround that it's not really...
You don't like the
nice.
idea. Okay, I think
sides,
it has nothing to do with the border in that case. What we can do inside of the... What we can do inside of the input decoration is we can say there is dense, for example. That would remove the padding surrounding it.
Yeah?
Yeah, because the input decoration is exactly the same like we had before with the padding and so on. Or what you also can do is just give the content padding again, and that with your own settings,
and
because this
actually.
is your own.
Yeah,
exactly.
Perfect. Content padding, and this is gonna be the edge. Insets point only, and I need again the left side. And I think the last time I used 20, so I will go for the same one, and perfect.
Perfect. And now you have
and
to...
now I need symmetry. Sorry, Max.
No, it's perfect.
It's better.
It's exactly what I thought.
And it's gonna be the horizontal one.
And yeah, the Windows comes soon, I promise. I'm working already on it. The only problem that we have at the moment with that is that we don't have a real webcam, so we just have the integrated one. And the Windows computer is unfortunately bounded, so we don't have a webcam on that. And there we need first a solution, or maybe we make it without the webcam.
Did I use last time?
What, the white color?
The white color?
Do you remember when I said we should maybe add that to it? But that's fine. You can use the smartphone? Really? I have to try that. That would be amazing. But then still we need like something where we can put it on. Like we can put it on.
Border radius. Okay. But I don't want actually to have a border.
Yeah. Okay, so remove the border.
Border radius. Remove the border. You mean this one?
DSLR
No.
also?
What I want to border
What is
border
DSLR?
side.
DSLR. So the outline input border without a border.
Can I change the
Maybe
color? Or I can maybe change the color, but here in the border side, I think this is a...
No, wait.
Isn't it?
The border side creates a rounded rectangle border, but can't you just... so it is already the border.
I think in the border side we have different options.
Okay, so try that.
I think.
Okay.
Border side. And now we have the color, which I can set it probably to, if I write it correctly, transparent or something?
Probably not. Maybe we have to Google that, Mahtab. I'm not sure with that.
No.
So how do we remove from it?
Yeah.
And also we have then to make the box round, right? Because... Okay, but yeah, let's focus on the border.
Outline.
Color with const for transparent.
Look at this one. I have here drop down form field.
But this is for
input decoration, and the input decoration had this one in the underline input border.
But this is just to remove the border, or because the message is remove underline from drop down bottom form field.
Yeah. Okay.
So do we want to do that?
No, actually I thought but border side, the border side, and the color. No.
There is a dark mode since a last update from Stack Overflow. You have to just search it in your profile, I think. Then you get it automatically.
Underline. Yeah. Okay. Now. This is
Okay,
something else.
so your border side is color transparent. Can you try to make that white instead of transparent?
Yeah. Let's see.
And if this is not working, Amish said something that we should use a color that has a const, an actual const color.
Here.
Yeah, so that you const and then the color white.
And now I will really take your...
No, make it 0, 0 instead of, oh, yeah, try that. But still don't work.
Outline border side. This is this one. So this one doesn't work.
I'm taking a look if we can remove that somehow.
Yeah.
The problem is that it is not. You only have the.
Yeah.
I think you only have the border for one. So if you take a look, we have only set the border.
Yes.
But the input decoration has multiple borders. So border is not something that he knows. There is more to that. So if we take a look here inside, you will find, besides of that, if you search for border, you find a disabled border, enabled border, error border, and so on. So maybe it has something to do with that, but I don't think so. Or
disabled border is when it's disabled, and probably we should set this one.
I still find
But
that
I
somehow
think
weird.
it's somehow weird, yeah. Sounds also remove underline. How to make round border size of that? Not. Everywhere I can find the remove underline from drop down, but that was also the problem. Remove underline from drop down. No, that was not.
AI
Maybe.
and Flutter.
Really?
I think if you want to add AI, you don't search for Flutter, you search more for Dart, because AI is Flutter would only show you the results, not the result itself that would be calculated by Dart. So go back to the editor. I have an idea. So let's try to take the enabled border regarding to the border. Yep. Now you have to make the outline input border again.
But here, instead of here.
You can just copy the whole thing once more. I think the normal border is also important.
Yeah, okay. So let's do it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up.
Okay, and now the border color. We
Yeah.
have to the border side, was it right, that you added the last time?
Yeah, border side. And it's again border side.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have a color, and I will colors white.
What I would like to here we
go.
go. So because the checkbox is enabled, so we can change that here. So we just change that with the second border side.
Do we need the other border?
I don't know. We have to try, but I think most likely yes, because we have to change that. And Amish sent something that I can show. Or even commands is getting blocked somehow. That is really weird.
Right. Control C, Control V.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. But I'm just here.
So we can try to remove that border, that second
Yeah,
one.
I will try to remove this one and see how does this work. Did I remove too much?
Yeah, but after I have allowed it, I got some information that you posted something and I needed to allow it. So, but that looks
actually
good.
Looks good.
Oops.
Sorry, I
Malformed message, okay.
No, I just did hot reload.
Okay, but that looks already pretty promising, right? Good.
Perfect.
So, and then...
And we stay with this one.
So, and now I don't allow it and I say blinded. So, sorry Amish, you will not see your message this time.
Perfect. So, we could improve both fields.
Yes.
And the next step is to change our image select space, which we have. Perfect. So I'm going just here. For the icon, for the camera icon, we have at the moment this one, right? This is now we have the icon and unpress.
How can I help you?
The next step is we want to change the
Yep.
camera.
Okay,
So at the moment we have, this is where we are.
But it seems that we need a container or something surrounding it, right?
And what I want to surround is
The whole
this
thing.
is the image and the icon button. We're going with this one, and we will have a height.
Wait, Mahtab, you want to surround the whole if statement. So everything, even if it is an image inside, you still want to show the container surrounding it, right?
Okay.
So
yeah,
all of
right.
it should be wrapped into a container.
Okay.
I think it sounds like manual labor. You have to write it yourself this time. I'm sorry.
Okay. So that means we'll have something like that.
Correct.
Oops. And this gonna be till here.
Yep.
Oops. This one. And too many positions. Here we go. Let's see. We need the child, right?
Correct. Yes. So we have that column. Yep.
And we have a container for that.
And if you save now, it should already display something, right? Because it is selected.
Yes, but I don't have a height or anything.
You don't have a color.
Do you think? Just a minute.
No worries. Take your time.
We have here the color, and we have here the colors white, for example. Yeah, this is the small, tiny box
Exactly.
here. And what is here? We have the container, and the height is 165, and the width is 300.
15, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is to bring the height, for example, 155 was it? But I think I will make it depend on the device.
I think we can even say double infinity in that case, because we want to have the full space and remove from that full space, we remove just the padding left and right.
Okay.
And so we just say we have it 100% and everything should work.
And also for the height, you think?
For the height, I think for the height we can even use the that's the problem here, because but what we could use is an expanded in that case. Don't know if this works the best way, but it would be a solution. But 200 is fine for now.
200 seconds. Okay. Okay, perfect. So the other one. Oh, Max, what do you know what? I actually remove all the border colors, and now if I have a look, I see that we have border everywhere.
Yep, true. Or media query is also an option. Absolutely right, Amish. Ooh, you are so active. Jeez, I'm not even fast enough to read everything.
Now I will change the border that we have.
Okay.
With a decoration, box decoration. It's gonna be like that. I will bring the color here.
Yep, because else it breaks, right?
Border radius.
Border radius circular.
Is it?
Yes.
Border radius circular, and it's gonna be again 25. I think every time I change it to 50, or Do you move?
No, I think it's always the same.
And no, here's the 25.
Yeah, and then you have it 50 down there.
And here I have 50.
I think that is because they are different parts. The one is a container and the other one is something else.
Yeah.
So maybe it needs more rounding.
So what's going on here? Okay, and what does our design say?
I think that's fine. Somehow it creates. Can you
Is it
press on
again
that rectangle down there? Yeah. So here we should see it. It's 30. Which is close enough. Yeah. All right. And now we need a lot of borders,
Perfect.
I hear.
Yes. And now we have here border radius, border. Do I have here other? No.
Hamish, can you try to send another link from Stack Overflow for me?
Box.
Or anyone, sorry.
I have here border, box border. Okay, we have here
Good. Let's try.
border, the box border.
Link of this live. That's so sad.
No, maybe border side, is it? Border side. Okay, I see that I just try and it doesn't work.
Thank you for
Box
trying,
border.
guys. I will take another look, maybe till the next time, and then we have some ideas.
It doesn't work again.
What? Sorry?
I need to hit the border.
You have a decoration, and the decoration has a border side? No? It should have.
Border. And I have a border here.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. And the border is what?
I see here the border is box border.
Okay.
But I get somehow error.
I think it's a border box or something that has a different name. Or is it
What
border
did I
side? I think a border side is also an implementation of border box, so try that.
Border side I tried
Mhm.
as well.
Oh, you tried already?
Yeah, it didn't work. And now I wanted to see what's going on here. Border all.
Ah, close enough.
Border all.
Mhm.
And here we go. We have a color.
Good to know, Amish.
Border is this one.
Somehow it's interesting that the widget names are so different from time to time. Sometimes you have just a border, then you have again a border side, and anything else. It's interesting.
Yeah. And the size, the width is 1.
I think 1 is anyway the default, so we
Is
don't.
it?
Yeah, I think so. It's like in CSS. If you take a look on the right side, you see that.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect. All right.
I did. Okay, now we have another icon.
Yes, but
Compare.
is there IC camera? So maybe camera is the name for that
I
icon.
see camera and I need the icon. I can't see that. Here we go.
How to enable?
Here we go. That's what I need. And the size gonna be much bigger. 60. It's good enough.
Yeah. Ah, perfect.
I'll save it 60. I will just fast change also the border for the other
Okay.
container that we have, which is this one, outline input border, border side. Okay, this is not this one. And now I think it's a good, sorry guys, here.
Take your time. It's all good.
I will bring this one in our cons.
Wait, before you just take. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
You would just want to add the color to the
Yeah.
constant file. Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
constant file, we
Mhm.
will have here a const.
Oh, look at that. There is a K border color.
Oh, perfect. So, and the border color.
It is the same color.
So, perfect. This is this one. Add recipe, and here
Mhm.
we go.
Looks good.
And if I save it, it works.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is here, box decoration, border radius, border side, and it's gonna be here.
Okay. And works. Amazing.
Perfect. And we need also box decoration here.
Close enough.
No.
The problem is here you change the color of the container, not from the border.
And here we have, do I have anywhere else? No.
Just border all, yeah. Good.
Yay, guys,
Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay, so that looks already pretty promising, right? The only thing is that I can see is that the label text in the top one looks different than in the bottom one, right? Or is the other one selected and that's the reason? I think that is the reason.
This one?
Yeah, because it has already a
selected
selected value.
And this is just a hint text.
Yep, you're right. Okay. Then
But
the button and the space. So many
but
changes.
look at that. We have here hint text,
Yeah.
which is not the case here in our app.
Yeah, at the moment it's always pre-selected. I think we developed that in the first time, yeah.
Okay. Does Android Studio doesn't do auto format and save?
Well, you have to set it up. I think I don't do that. Usually I'm pressing Command Option L all the time. That is something that I have like in my blood. All 5 seconds I press it.
Max in his blood.
It's like
doing. Yeah. And Max, do we have here a color for white? Yes. No.
Not yet?
No, not yet. But I think I will create it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the background white color, or?
So no. Just white? I mean, it is white.
It's white, yeah. Why not?
I seen today that, who is it? Rody Davis creates also his own constants for is web, is Android, is iOS, and so on. Okay. And he also changed it from is web, K is Android, K is iOS.
He used that or he changed it?
No, he changed it to a remove of K. So he changed it to is web, is Android, is okay. I like that. So I think we haven't K. Did you add it? K white, because it is constant. And we had as a team the decision last time that we have everywhere a K in front.
I will do like that.
Mm-hmm.
And here is K and refactor.
Good.
Perfect. Now
is it wrong written? White?
Did I?
I think so.
I wrote it wrong. White.
Is it right?
Isn't it? Yes, otherwise I will get a hint from Android Studio. I hope that I can write white.
Oh, you are right, and I'm so wrong.
K white.
I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry. Just wanted to check. There's nothing worse than writing the easiest things wrong.
Yes.
And I would never write white wrong, right?
Yeah, I won't say that, but I did. Perfect. So we have here the color white. Yeah. We have.
So true.
Actually, we should.
No worries,
Amy. Use
Till
it
later.
3 times. 1, 2. Okay, I missed somewhere else.
Do you?
I thought I used it also here somewhere as a background, isn't it? Yes, here we go.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Cool.
Okay.
And I think you can put the whole box decoration in a constant.
Okay, right.
Drink first something. Take your time.
That looks wrong. Something. Yeah.
Sometimes it is really like that. The tunnel vision.
This one.
Oh, interesting.
And I think we have here the const.
No, that is not a problem. No? The problem is that the .all is something that calculates something in the background.
Yeah, okay.
And so the const is not a const anymore.
Okay.
In that case. But that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
The next one is our save recipe.
Yeah.
A button.
I changed I chose a very weird color, I think.
Why?
I don't know. I had no eye for that, and I thought the main colors could be this greenish part, but it looks a bit stupid. Maybe someone from the chat has a good idea which color we can use there, but let's keep it for now this weird green, and we call it our primary color, primary button color in that case, and we can then change it easier when we work with a theme, right?
Okay. So here we go. It has a rectangle, and we have 30 again somehow. 350. So I'm going to a flat button.
Oh, I was very quick there, right?
I think that was me. I just use a flat button. But
was it again a link that I can't see? I'm sorry, Arvin.
What I'm thinking is to create a container for that.
Okay. A container? Why?
Is a flat button. We have flat button, we have normal button.
Raised button, I think.
We have raised button.
But the container should help you how? What is your goal that you want to achieve?
I wanted actually but it doesn't make sense because I have again the container and the flat button gonna be a part of that, and and I should set it again, expand it. Or I can expand this one.
I don't know what you're doing, so.
Okay, great. So guys, probably you don't know also. We have at the moment this flat button. This is a tiny button here.
Yes.
And what I want to achieve is actually to create our great big button.
Okay, so you want to make it full width.
Yeah, full width. And for that, I think I want just to expand our flat button and see if it works.
The flat button is part of a column, right? Could we do something with
stack?
Is it a stack?
No, it's column.
So if it is part of a column, can we not say something like stretch or something in the cross alignment?
Oh, could be. Main axis alignment cross.
UIgradients.com.
Oh, Max, you are so right.
I am?
Damn it, yeah.
Cool.
So, we have a better color, which is this one. The main color. And this is this one, and here we go. For that, I'm going to our constant K up gradient, K box.
I just jumped into the link that I posted because Arvin was so nice and writ com with an O and made everything. So this is a tool that he uses to create main colors, it seems.
I will bring this one here.
And I didn't check it out yet. I was just on that page and just entered it that we have
this is with ingredient and everything.
Can you press on the... Ooh.
Wow, it's so fancy.
I like Yoda. Yoda is my favorite color.
But I will stay with his choice.
Was it his choice?
I think this is his choice.
That was my choice. I was just clicking on something.
So I will change it now. Which one did you say, Max?
Yoda, or what's also cool is Armin. I don't know. It's funky colors. I like that. Not your choice. Yeah, exactly. Do you have a choice? Do you want something special?
I would say Yoda. Probably it's a happy color for food.
Yeah, evening sunshine is also nice. For food, yeah, you're right. That could be.
I can also go like that.
Oh, right.
And this is also nice.
Cume.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Let's take Cume.
So I will take it.
So the good thing is now we can change all the different parts of the color, which we like more or less. So it is just giving us an overview how they work together. So, yeah.
So I'm coming back here.
Did we already created a theme for that for this app?
It's normally the main, or?
In the main, we just start with it. Yeah.
Theme primary.
But as you can see, we don't have any colors given to it yet.
No.
So the color comes from the button itself. You didn't check it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just
all right.
write the pink
it's just
one.
okay.
So it's nothing.
So
important.
maybe it's time to create a theme,
right? Okay, we can do that. But I think I need some hint.
Okay.
So I think what I can do is.
So the best.
This one will help me.
Yeah, and what a lot of people do currently with the themes is they create a file inside of the lib, that call especially theme, theme.dart or something, so that you have one special location where all the theme data are coming in.
So it's separate from our constant file.
Correct. It is something else because the constant file is really constants, but colors can be calculated sometimes, and theming is a lot inside. And usually we use these copy with function, if you remember. And this copy with function allows us to get the whole object and copy with our own information that we have.
Yes.
But we will do that in a second. So exactly, we create the theme.dart, and now we have two options. We are in a programming style with object-oriented, so I highly recommend to create a class for that. So we add a class that we call custom theme, or however our app is named or something.
Custom theme.
There's a missing S.
Custom.
And inside of here, we have now a theme that we provide, right? So for example, we have mostly a dark theme and a light theme. So we start now with a light theme.
Yeah.
So give it like a variable name called light.
Light. No, light is enough actually.
Light is enough. Maybe var in front of it for now. And then we say something like theme dot or theme data dot.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And then we have the light, I think. We have to import it, of course, right? Yep, from the material in that case. And now we can say light. If you press now dot again, you will see you have that copy with function. So that's second here. And with that function, you get a lot of possibilities here. And you can override them all. And then we can use this theme inside of our application for everything else.
So most likely we will have something with button.
Yes, exactly. So we have already a button color. We have even a button theme, which is then again a theme of that button. So so to create a theme for that, we can do that for now. So if we create a button theme here in that area, then we need a button theme, a default button theme, right? So one option is to create our own again, so you use that button theme data, and I don't know if there is something on it, like, so that would be some possibility, but now we have to provide all the information inside, right? Like disabled colors and everything, exactly. So I would not recommend that.
And I think we can work with the copy with or something.
Correct.
So we will have button something else maybe?
No, we can try to get the button theme data and say dot if we get something there, but this is empty. So we don't want that. This will not work. No, because this copy with method here wouldn't just be a copy of our empty one. That wouldn't help us, right?
Yeah, okay.
So we need one that is already implemented, where we have something already in place. And we have the theme data dot light. So we use that.
Theme data dot
light dot button theme.
Button.
The third one, and now we can say copy with, and now we take the default one from the theme data
and
from the light one.
choose what we want to change.
Exactly, and keep the stuff that we want to have here in that place.
And in our case, it's going to be the button color. And now the interesting part is, we said, for example, we would like to use this one with ingredient, right? Or should I just...
do we want to have a gradient? Because then we have to check the button, because I am pretty sure that the material buttons, like flat button, raised buttons, and so on, don't support gradients. So if we want to have that, then we have to create our gradients ourselves. So we have to create the whole box, the click event, and everything around it. We have to support ourselves, which is not bad, but we have to do it then if we want to have a gradient here.
No, I think it's a little too much.
Maybe for today, I would stick with one color. And then if we have in the future more to that, then we can maybe think about it. Especially now we started the whole... Yeah, I think so too. And now we started the whole copy with act, right? So we want to finish that one off before we even jump in the gradient of that part.
So
cool. So we have to make a semicolon down there.
Yes.
Even the Dart is complaining. So, yep. Yeah, gradient is always a difficult thing, I think. And it's also very costly in regards to Flutter framework and rendering and everything. On the other hand, I like gradients a lot because they make the page looking a bit funkier. Okay, But now the flat button is empty. So
flat button is now empty.
Yeah. I think the default button color is only used on a raised button. But we don't want to use a raised button. I think a flat button is exactly what we want to use. So we have to take the color here again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And now we can go with our theme. How did I call it? Theme.
Just the theme itself. Yeah.
Theme.
And then dot off.
Let me import. It works. Dot. And
now you select the button theme.
Button theme.
And from here, the button color. Why is it not working? Was it not this way? No, I think you can...
Sorry, Max.
No worries, it's all good.
We have theme and we have button theme. Okay.
Maybe what you can also try is, because we want to access it now, right?
Yeah.
So we have the button theme. If you enter now...
Can I add...
No, the button color is from the theme again. So yeah, this one and now dot again. And we should have here the button color because we override it in the other one.
What I'm thinking is if this theme is this one which we created or not.
I think it's not yet.
It's not.
But this is not the problem. There is already a button theme inside, right?
Yeah.
And with that, we have access to all the parameters. Interesting. I'm not sure about that yet. But for now, we can remove the button theme here and just say button color, make it easy as possible.
We can go with the button color.
And if we jump now back to the main.dart,
our main.dart,
we have to use our theme, not the theme from
here.
Yeah. So here we have to change the theme data completely to our custom theme that we created. The custom theme that we created. Yep. And we have to say dot. It's not static. Yeah. So, and now after that, dot, and now light. Exactly. Good. And as you can see, the button color is now this grayish one because we didn't override it, right? Inside of our theme.dart, we have to change not the button theme color. We have to change just the button color of the theme data.
So button color.
No, you have to remove the whole button theme here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So which means we are here and here. We need the button color.
And now you deleted the color. That is not a good idea. Because then you search it. Just cross the whole line here out. You see, do you have that line? You need that one level higher.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So perfect.
So we don't need this one.
Yeah. And you see the color is changing directly.
Perfect.
All right. So submit button.
Even though the color is not nice, but
it's not.
No.
Maybe it's too dark. Then we can maybe change it to a brighter one if we know that. But maybe our nice community can make there some ideas which color we should take and send us just a color code.
Here, for example,
we
have here. Do you have the color picker?
Yes.
So let's give me just this one, for example.
All right. So we're getting a bit blue. So it's maybe a bit better.
It's better.
All right.
Isn't it, guys? Am I the only one who likes this color? I don't think so. I hope I'm not the only one.
Can you also bring this color here to the const file? Because most likely we will use that as a primary button color or something more often, so that we don't search for this color code all the time.
Like that?
Yeah. Command V.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
Amazing. And then you can just use it in the theme data. In the theme.dart, you have the color itself.
Yeah. And this is the K primary button color.
Amazing. Exactly.
So, right.
So, and now we have to change the submit color, right? The text color.
The submit color is...
Yeah, here it is black, but if you take a look here, it is too dark, I would say. It's very hard for people to read.
Change it to white, maybe. I will close this one, the flat button the child is text. And here we have for sure some color, or no, not all. Oh, style.
Yes.
Text, style. Now we have color and the K white color.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's good if you have everything sorted in the constant file, right?
Yeah.
Then we have all the parts directly where we need it.
And what I like to do is additionally to round our edges from our flat button.
Then do that.
Yeah, let's see if we have a decoration or something. Do I have decoration? Do I have border?
Who could tell you that? So how would you work there? Do you just...
Button. Oh.
So we have on pressed, we have a theme, we have color brightness, clip. Okay, we could clip the whole thing.
Material tab. I think that was not useful.
I think image is away for 30 minutes or something.
Color, text, disable.
Else he would already write something.
So, it doesn't help me.
It doesn't help you. Okay, so...
No, it's not.
You have Google as your friend, right?
Yeah.
Border.
Rounded color, not rounded.
Or border radius.
Border flatter.
It seems you have been there once. Or I have been there once. Ah, yeah.
And we have shape.
Yeah, it's just shape, rounded rectangle border, and then give it to it.
Okay. Is it this one? So, guys, let me copy this one.
Don't forget comma. Perfect. So now it's getting beautifully red around it. I like that.
No, but actually...
Wow. It really hurts the eye.
we don't want this one.
Yeah. Perfect.
Wait a minute. It's not right. This is gonna be the K border color. Or we have here also a border.
That's true, yeah. I think we should push that back to our designers and he should really take a look into it if this is...
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. And I think I should... the font size of our button
can be a bit bigger, yeah.
A little bit
I think
bigger.
even the button itself is much bigger, right? It has much more real estate to work on. Which
means maybe we have here border radius. And our border radius is actually 30 or so. And what do we have? Do we have here? No. Padding. I will, or with 10, for example.
Yep, we can also use a shadow. But if we use a shadow, is the raised button maybe a better idea, or? Don't know.
I just play around.
Yeah, take your time.
Better.
Cool.
And the font size. Now this one takes font size 24, for example. Wow. 16 is enough. No, 8.
Okay, so we did something. No, but this looks pretty fine, I think. So
I think it's not good enough.
But we still have to have a bit more, like these three have to work together. If you see that.
That's right.
So these three has to be a bit more closer together, and also they should be inside of this rounded border surrounding it.
Is
this
it?
Makes sense. So do you see that up there? May I show it with the mouse? So up here, you have some space, and this one begins right after the border radius is over. So we have to find the resolution how we can do that.
Oh.
Yep.
How about if we make our screen bigger?
Doesn't help.
Unfortunately. A shadow may also make the button look more button-like.
Yeah.
You are right.
But then we can just try to change the flat button to a raised button. And if everything works fine, yeah. Now it automatically gets an elevation.
Yeah.
It's not big, but it's more than enough to get like button-like.
Is it better now? Arvin, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Raise is a better solution.
Good.
Perfect.
So here we are. So now, how do we bring them together?
These
three on top
should come together, and this one should be at the end.
Yes.
We have here a container. Here we have a consumer. And here we have also a container.
These are the three things, right?
How about if I bring a box size?
A box size?
Box size?
Between
these both.
I think the problem is more that the column itself is already having all 4 elements inside. But actually the column that you have here should have only 2 options, like another column and a button. And maybe a sized box.
So do you think these three widgets should be in a column?
In an own separated column?
Yep. And after that, this is a widget and this is a widget and together in a column.
Correct.
Okay.
Maybe with an expanded, of course, right? Because a column and a column would maybe have some side effects.
Okay, what I'm going to do.
Why do... Okay.
Take
your time. All good. So we want to have a column inside of the column.
Okay, so that's gonna be this. We have a color inside of the color.
But now careful, right? Because this column will now break. Because the column inside the column will both have infinity size.
Okay.
So one of them is too big. And the column inside should have an expanded.
Okay.
So that it knows, okay, it can take as much space as possible, but not more.
Not more. Okay. So this means for us, we need here expanded widget. And now we have here, and this one is the one which I want to get out of our color.
It's not also it.
Here.
Yep, right after the expanded.
Yeah.
Cool. And now, if everything works fine, it should already change something.
Perfect. Now the problem is, or I would say, instead of this one here, we need this one here.
Could be, yeah. Okay, that works.
That works.
But now we have that space evenly still on the inside part. And maybe, can we remove that completely for now? Just to take a look how it looks like. And now they are together. Okay?
Perfect, yeah.
So now we can have like a space between still.
Yeah.
But give that column, I don't know, it's just what I'm guessing. It's just a bit trying around now. But I think if we give that main axis alignment a space between, they're getting pushed to each other. And we have some space between the things. Welcome back, Amish. So, take the space between in that case. And give that expanded, give that raised button also an expanded widget, so that both of them getting as much space as they want. We colored a button and we added some other stuff. And now you see we have some problems here, right?
And now we have a height. We need a height, I think. A fixed height.
I think the expanded widget from me was a stupid idea, the second one.
I don't want to say that, but I thought the same.
Okay. Because the button is already the right size, right?
The button is in the right place, I would say.
Yeah.
The only thing is the space between is not, I think, the right one.
You don't think?
No, space around maybe?
Oh, no, this will not help you, sorry. But no, space between is the right thing. But I think, as you say, we have to restrict the height of these things.
Raw material button instead of raised button. And why?
So
what we need now is...
Now we need to restrict the height of these 3 parts, right? Because now we have a column or an expanded, and maybe expanded is not the right thing. Maybe we can, instead of having the expanded, we can have a sized box here.
Here?
Yes.
Instead of expanded.
just a sized box with instead
with
of
the height.
Exactly.
And the height can be from the media query, I would say, and copy width.
Not copy width.
No.
Size maybe.
The size, height, and for example, where is your star?
I think the star is here.
Yeah. The 0.8 or something.
Did you really achieve to have exactly the same number?
I don't know.
Oh, now it jumps a bit around. Okay, perfect.
Okay, so.
I think 0.5 is pretty good.
Yeah?
At least for the screen size. I don't know how the other behaves. And now we need something that pushes the part between the submit button and these size boxes around.
And okay, and size box. I can use again another size box here.
You could, yeah. That could work. But now it's getting interesting. How do you, or I don't know how it works, but this sized box needs now to take exactly the space that it can get. So it would be, can we use instead of a sized box a spacer?
Spacer?
This is the name, I think.
Okay, I never heard about it, but okay, Max. And what does it, this is with the flex.
Yeah, just keep the flex away and just use the spacer without anything. Then it's getting automatically flex 1. It should get flex 1.
I think our app
crashed. All right. So then
I have to
restart.
I will restart it again. Okay. Hamish is writing. Metaquery, it looks the same with all screen size and also good for responsive apps.
Yeah, that's right. So media query we used in that case, so we did exactly the right thing.
Yeah,
better luck.
perfect.
So now the question is just with that spacer, because the spacer is nothing else than an expanded widget, just without anything inside. So there is no child. So let's have a look if that worked with that spacer. It is the first time that I use it, so it could be that it's wrong.
Wow, Max.
Oh, perfect. So now the only problem that we have is we have to push somehow the elements up here a bit down, right? So that we get this feeling. Spacer is used with expanded and sized box. We've used container and sized box and also use... Huh?
Hamish, that was too much. What do you want to say?
Sounds like
It is used with expanded. Spacer is used with expanded. And okay, we can use the spacer with expanded and sized box? No. The spacer...
The spacer behaves exactly like a expanded.
Sorry.
There's one.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, for now it will work. Now we have to just check it out how we can push it a bit down, I think.
The thing is that I think we should make it dependent on our container here.
Yes, okay.
And
the problem is that we are living in a stack, right? So the container up there has the height of 0.8.
Is it here? Okay.
Yes. So the question is now, when would that start, that end of the rounding? We needed to push it down, right?
Yes.
We could make it dependent on that and say we push it like 0.3 and then check how it looks. And then it should look for everything correctly. Perfect. Yes, Hamish. Okay, both of the spacer and the media queries work on a responsive UI. I think even expanded should work on a responsive UI, because expanded takes the space that it gets, right?
So Max, can you please we have the height is this one.
That is from the container behind, right?
This is from this one. And the height is 0.8. Okay, but it's not the position, it's the height. Okay.
Yes, the position is -4, I think, because we want to get rid of the border, which is fine.
Yeah.
But now we have to push that part.
But on the bottom.
Yes, no, just I think 30% to the bottom from the whole height. So media query height, and then we have to push it.
Okay, and I would say I will bring the whole stuff in a positioned widget.
That would be one option, but still, if you take a position, you would move also the button because the button is down here. What I would recommend is just adding a sized box on top of the column and then push it with that sized box down.
And how about if I change the padding from all?
Because if you push the padding, then everything pushes, right?
Yeah, but
also that button and so on.
So, but I thought we can also use the only and just from the top part. From the top.
We can try.
Yeah. We can go for only. And here, for example, the left is this one. The right is also the button.
Is that right, Amish? I don't think that if you use expanded or spacer, you don't have to use it everywhere. Expanded just says take the space that is there. It's like flex in CSS, or not?
Okay, it didn't change. Here.
Here we go.
Okay.
Push. All right.
Okay, that was
so that works.
Yeah, I think.
The only problem now is that we have the media query here inside, right? So we have to push it like 30% to the bottom.
Yeah.
So we have now the top would be media query dot off context blah blah blah.
Media dot off dot size
dot height.
And here,
like 30%, I think.
And here we need 0.5.
Reboot. What is wrong with the media query? Because it is a const Mahtab. You can't take a const there.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Okay. And now 30%.
And now 0.30.
The rebuilding is taking a lot of time today.
I think the Mac
140 with live.
It's going live.
Oh, all right. No, it's just pushed too far.
Too far.
So this would be an option. I don't know how it looks in a big one.
Yeah, I'm also not sure if this is elegant.
It looks not too bad at the moment. So the question is more, how does it look in smaller screens? Because in smaller screens, I think we get some issues.
Yeah.
So for example, this one has fixed height, right? So that gallery,
Yeah, probably I should change it.
I think a fixed size is not a good idea for that one.
Yeah, and it will broken.
Yeah, I think there should be like a max height or something, but I'm still...
The container, this is this one, the consumer. And here we have a container, and this is not the rest one.
That's correct.
Media query, I will use this. And again, size and height. And this is gonna be, for example...
You don't like my keyboard, eh?
And this is gonna be, I don't know, 20% or something?
Could be, we have to... But that the hot reload takes so much time, it's crazy.
To use it everywhere where we define height and...
That's true, Hamish,
width. Yeah.
Okay, it did its job. So this is 20%. Oh yeah, perfect. It's a bit too small.
Yeah.
25 or something. Or
30.
Perfect. Oh, that's all right.
All right, I understand what you are saying. Perfect.
All right.
So,
but now we have it nearly perfect, or it looks very close to our
design.
Yeah.
The recipe is here, submit.
Can we do something and increase the size of that container down here? Because I think we lose a lot of space, and it would look nice if we have a bit more space between the three elements and the button.
Okay, Max, can you take the mouse and show everyone what you said?
Okay, I would like that we push the button container down here, if you see that we have that a bit higher. So in the worst case, it starts up here and gets the rounding like here. So that we can push these three elements a bit higher, so that we have some space down here between these three elements and that button, so that we
Okay.
get a bit more real
Yeah.
estate and it looks a bit cleaner, I think.
Makes sense. For doing that, we are going, here is our form, so we don't need this one. Here is our container, and the height is this one.
Yes, it's currently 0.8, but
so I will increase this one to 0.9.
Can we 8.5 or something? Because I would like to see at least the border radius that we create. Yeah, so something like that.
Something like that. Okay.
That is the Flutter Emulator. I got that question now twice in the last two days. It's very interesting. It is the standard one that we get here. So if you use Android Studio Code, I think it is one of the default ones. So I removed all other emulators because that one is more than fine. It works
fast,
pretty fine.
Really fast. Yeah. Okay, so we have this one, and now that I have this one, I can go back to our form, the sized box, the height, so I can increase this
I think
one.
No,
that wasn't.
I think what Arvin or AT33 means is that if we increase the heap size of Android Studio, it could work a bit faster. The problem, I think, it is more that at the moment the streaming software is running and also some background processes and all this stuff. I think it's just a bit too much workload for that small laptop. What
How
have
did
you
I
done?
do that?
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay, amazing.
No, this is this one. Okay, so I want to bring this one up, and I think I did it with the padding, wasn't it?
I thought so.
I thought
Media query with a padding somewhere.
Yeah, and that was here on the top part.
Can I just search for media query? Here it is.
Here we go. And this is this one.
Do we have Chrome open? Why do we have Chrome open? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 1% is a bit too much, but wait, I think Firefox is just for here, but yeah, let's destroy all of that, and I think we also don't need. Oh, we needed that.
It's fine, Max.
Okay, so you don't want, and can close all that up, and this one, and just clean a bit everything up. So here we have that, and you can work further.
Thank you. We don't need this one, also not Trello. Perfect.
Okay, so now we started once, now we want to have it clean.
You may use SimDQ to create. Yes.
I just don't want to work on Mahtab's keyboard at the moment. She's the driver.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Okay,
so
perfect.
I would increase that top a bit.
What do you want to increase?
Is Chrome still open? It has still that dot.
Yes. Because we have.
Yeah, kill everything. Kill Chrome, kill Firefox. Kill Firefox. Go.
Guys, if you
We
are not
don't
here
need
anymore.
anything. Good. Now it's gone.
Dot below. Yes. Perfect.
All right. So after we made the whole stream, we finally managed to get some resources for our stuff.
So Max, what did you want to increase again?
I would like to have that bit pushed down more, because if you see that border radius starts already here, but we have some estate, and I would like to have the text field like here. That makes sense. I know I'm pushy. I'm a designer. I really push it to the limits.
Okay, so let's see, something like that.
Yes, something like this. Exactly. And now we have the space taken, and if you take a look into the design, it looks pretty close to that, I think.
Yeah.
The only thing that we have maybe to test the next time is like trying something like, for example, how it looks on a tablet. That would be very interesting.
It out. And what I'm seeing at the moment is, but I think it depends on the screen size. This is much more more shrink or more narrow compared to our.
Or wait, then.
But what we can do is maybe, should I?
What do you want to try?
I don't know. What did you say? You wanted to see another screen? Or?
Yes, but you can run it on a Mac OS because hopefully it works there. But
going on here. Oh, we have no. Perfect.
Maybe as a small information for the next time, I think I will have I hope that I have the live stream on Saturday, and I really try to get somehow another live stream somewhere in between or something. So it could be that there is a how do you call it?
Our heating bill is actually very expensive, so if it could work, we would definitely use it.
Yeah. So we will run all the emulators on the world just to have some energy, just to have it warm in the house.
So this is how does it look like here.
That's fine. The thing is, we don't get the network images, or we get.
We get.
Fair enough. Cool.
And now when I hit.
Wow, that looks pretty impressive.
Looks really good.
Can we change the sizes a bit? Because that is the cool thing about the macOS simulator. We can just do something like this and see how it turns out. So there is like a size where it looks bad. Sorry, I switched it. But this looks very bad, right?
Yeah, but no screens, I think.
Yeah, but still, if you want to optimize it completely, we had to think about what happens here, right? Because this is nothing else than like a turned phone in landscape mode. So, right? This wouldn't work here either. Hey, see a successor. Oh, you poor guy, you come to the end, close to the end. It was such a good stream. We had so much fun. Hours of fun, I tell you.
Yeah, that means Max actually.
But this looks pretty good. So
this looks really good.
Yeah.
So if we, okay.
I think
we fix it.
No, you have to click. We fix it.
No. I mean, I want. We fix it that it doesn't tear, and I.
Hey, from Canada, that's cool. Well, actually, we want to go to Canada for a year.
Yeah.
So let's see.
That was our plan, actually.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Too much. Here we go.
All right. So.
And if this one also turned, would be amazing. Here we go.
Yes. So maybe we have to take a look into the landscape mode sooner or later. But actually, for the how do you call it? This mode here, it works pretty fine.
I would say the same.
Yeah. But I think for the landscape mode, we really have to take a bit more eye on it.
Yeah, but we can I think improve it with check it if it's the height is smaller than I don't know xy. We should change everything.
We can even use the media query builder to check if it is in landscape mode, or as you say, I think Rody Davis showed in his presentation somewhere how you can check that.
It.
I think we should do that. But also in full
really
screen,
good.
even in full screen, it makes a good option. I think it's not too bad. I think the first screen is also not too bad. It looks a bit empty.
Yeah, because we don't have so many categories and
so many recipes of the day.
When will be the next live?
Exactly.
Max live coding gonna be on Saturday.
Yes,
We
latest.
hope that nothing strange will happen again.
Yeah.
And our next live coding gonna be like every week on Wednesday.
Yes. I'm looking really forward to it. Okay, but for this application, we really have to think a bit more about responsiveness. I think for the full screen, we could have so much cool things here, like creating the recipe of the day in like very big or something, very bold. Or I don't know.
We can also provide more options such as, I don't know, random recipe or...
The cool thing is
like
if we make that very small, here works everything fine because this is scrollable view, right?
It's a list viewer.
Yeah, so that works fine. And also I think if we turn that in a landscape mode, yeah, it works pretty good. Just here we have some problems. Maybe we can just add here a scroll container for starters.
Yeah.
And then we have already like a very good solution. But for tablets and so on, it should be fine for now.
Perfect.
Okay, so what can we do next? What is our next goals?
I think for next week, gonna be the task. What does scroll container mean, Max?
Scroll container? It's a good question. So as you can see, we have here a sliver, right? So the sliver is like a scrollable container. It is actually a child of scroll container. And that would be something that we could have here. So if this is too small, like regarding to the landscape mode, we could scroll that content and we could give some fixed sizes for the stuff. And with that, we would prevent that we get these yellow bars at least. So we can scroll the content, the buttons would be always visible. And in the worst case, we have like the normal behavior and we have to scroll. That is not really beautiful, of course. And we have the real estate, so we can use it differently. But if we want to have an easy solution that provides all the things that we need, that would be like a scroll effect there.
It means that we have a scroll container widget.
Correct. Hamish writes it right now. The single child scroll view would be an option. So that would be an option, or just a list view regarding, instead of having a column, you would have a list view that takes care of that. Because if you have a fixed amount of elements, you can very easily create that stuff. So it is also very performant. And that would be another option. Or the last option that we have, of course, is to use media queries and check if the size is different, and then we create really an own widget or an own screen just for this horizontal or a vertical alignment. And then you could really do everything, like putting the buttons on that side, or change like I did the last time. Instead of having, you would change all the columns to rows and all the rows to columns.
Yes.
And that would
depends on the screen orientation.
And that would already work perfectly fine. So I tried it oftentimes, and it worked really well. But yeah, we will have a look into that. I think that's perfect. Is there a wish for next week before we finish, that we maybe have an eye on something special in that application? I think what is open is still, we want to make like SQL statements, right? So SQL Flight, or I found this new package.
What is the new package?
I think it was Mono or something, where it is like a wrapper around of SQL Flight. Then we have like a deep dive into databases, how we can save our recipe. Recreate the whole app with Velocity. I would recreate it when I would use Velocity. I would maybe transform widgets into Velocity. I think that makes more. Or do you think it needs to be recreated then? I think, to be that honest,
I won't suggest to start from the beginning or recreate the whole app. So let's
but maybe for the next widgets, we can just use Velocity X so that we have a look into it.
Yes,
that would be a promise. Or I do it on Saturday, then I can just roll it up and take a look how does it work and explain it to you guys, or work with you guys on it. Because it is really a powerful feature that it makes sense to show everyone. And I think who created
it could really help. And create Premiere.
Yeah. I think Premiere is a video for that.
It's gonna be helpful for everyone. And the next, I think for the next week, we should evaluate our form.
Maybe so, checking the validation.
The validation.
And at the end, send it to the database and save everything. I think that would be great.
So that we can maybe at first just save a recipe and show it in our next screen.
Correct. So something like that.
So we'll be live.
I promise there will be actually. On Saturday, I try my best to give my live stream, but yes, I think there will be a live stream on Saturday where
you will announce it on time.
Yes, exactly. I think tomorrow I will set it inside of YouTube, and then you are sure. And true, that is our cool transition.
Also, page transition we created already. So amazing, guys.
Arvin, what do you mean with minimal UI tool?
Wow, minimal UI tool looks cool.
But I think the UI is pretty good, and we have everything in place for now.
Yes.
I like that even with the gradient up there. I'm pretty happy. Whoop, destroyed it. Okay, it's the perfect time to end the episode for today. Thank you so much for joining us again. It was amazing.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything. Thank you for joining us and contribute to our code. Yeah. And have a great day, rest of the week.
Yep, we'll see you also on Friday or on Saturday.
Yes. Take care of yourself and see you. Bye.
Bye.